Take 3 deep breaths. Count in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in for 4. And exhale for 4. Breath 2, coming in for 4 seconds. Retain the breath for 4. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. And exhale for 4. So as we sit in our meditation posture, we all know that we have a skeleton, and the skeleton is supporting the weight of our body as we sit here. So that means we don't need much effort if we're sitting straight to keep our body up. What we need is to relax all the muscles and allow the skeleton to do its job, which is to support the weight of our physical body and the muscles upon it. So we will quickly scan through the motor center, which has its epicenter at the top of the spine, near the middle of the shoulder blades. But yet, the nervous system goes all around the body. So we will begin in the area between our eyebrows, where we tend to hold a lot of tension. We scrunch up our forehead or our eyebrows. Become aware of that area, and if you sense or scan any tension, just release and let go. We move down to our physical eyes. We tend to hold a lot of tension in the eyes if we have to focus a lot throughout the day. Let go of any tension there also. Our eyes should be at ease, not focusing on anything in particular. Relaxed. Moving down to our cheeks. Relax the muscles of the cheeks. Scanning our jaw, relaxing the jaw muscles, no clenching. Allow the jaw to naturally hang in a relaxed way. Moving down to our shoulders, letting go of all tension, of all effort. Like butter melting. Allow the tension of our shoulders to melt down, melting by the force of gravity. Allow gravity to do its job. Using the analogy now of a fragrance slowly entering into an empty room, so too allow our awareness to slowly descend down into the body, down into the chest. Any contraction, any tightness, let it go. Let it expand. Moving down into the upper belly. We tend to suck in this part of our stomach for many reasons. Fear, anxiety, self-esteem. Allow it to relax and allow your tummy to extend outwards in a relaxed way. Moving down into the area of the belly button. And as the body naturally inhales, the belly inflates like a balloon. And as the breath exhales, let go. Moving down into our glutes, our backside touching the chair. Relaxing the pelvic floor muscles. And for a moment, just become aware of the contact of your backside touching the seat, the chair, the cushion. Just be aware of the action of sitting. Sitting on your chair requires no thought. Just sit. So we've just scanned quickly the motor center, which encompasses the whole physical body. And this is related, of course, with the sphere of Malkuth on the Tree of Life, which is related to the physical body. Now we're going to move to the sexual center. For women, it is the ovaries and the sexual organs, as well as men, it's also the sexual organs and the testicles. If we bring our awareness to this area, we will sense and feel the flavor of the sexual force. And this is not something to make impure, because this energy in itself is the energy of the Divine Mother in us. So just perceive the quality of the energy in that center for a moment. Don't add anything to it, or don't take away anything from it. Just perceive the energy in that center for a moment. It has a warmth to it. It has a certain electronic feeling to it. This is scanning or observing the sexual center. And on the Tree of Life, it is related to the vital body, because it is the body of prana, of chi, the sexual energy. Now we're going to move our awareness to the epicenter of the instinctual center, which is our lower back. Right where the kidneys are is where the epicenter of the instinctual brain is. This is because the instinctual functions of fight or flight, self-preservation, starts within the kidneys with the fight or flight response coming from adrenaline, cortisol, etc. So in this moment, we might sense a little bit of anxiety or fear. We might feel adrenaline if we're sensitive enough. We might feel some cortisol. We might feel the stress levels. Usually when we get a fright or a shock suddenly, we will feel a certain sensation in our lower back, along that area of the spine. This is the instinctual center. And the instinctual center is also related to the vital body also, because we have instinctual functions such as digestion, such as the movement of the sexual force, such as the respiratory system, which happens by itself instinctually. The system of our eyes, our physical eyes blinking, the system of our immunity, our immune system, of calories, etc. All of these things are related to the vital body also. So for this reason, the motor, instinctual, sexual brain is 3 brains in one. I want you now to become aware of your psychological mood. How do you feel right now in this moment? Do you feel sad, hurt, angry? Or do you feel happy, peaceful, content? Perceive the area of our solar plexus. This is the epicenter of the emotional brain. Because there in the solar plexus we have nervous plexus, nervous endings in that area that receives lots of impressions. So be with the solar plexus area for a moment and scan it. If you find the emotional brain is still tight, constricted, like how a flower opens up its petals towards the sun, allow the emotional center to open up also and to expand, like a flower. And the last center, the last brain, is the intellect, the domain of thoughts, of thinking, of concepts. So we can either perceive the imagery or concepts with our third eye, or we can simply listen to the chatter. Spend a moment now listening, because like a snow globe, if you just leave it be, the snow eventually stops and rests at the bottom, and you can see the sphere very clearly. The sphere is symbolic for the essence, which is obscured by the particles of snow, or in our case, thoughts. Relax a little more. Let the thoughts go. Let them be. Release and relax. Now, we want to connect with the being. the three brains, or the five centers, are relaxed, passive. Now we're missing the quality of the being. Using the analogy of how a turtle withdraws its limbs and its head inwards into its shell, so too we are going to withdraw our attention and our energy away from the five senses and away from the physical body. Just like how you go to sleep at night, effortlessly. You just withdraw. This time we'll do it with cognizance. Come a little bit closer to sleep and withdraw inwards. I want you now to stimulate or arouse the feeling of love that we've all felt at one stage in our life. Imagine what it feels to feel love. Perhaps you have felt it with your child, your children, perhaps with your wife, perhaps for a family member, or your first crush. The pure love. Look for that feeling. Where is it coming from? Turn the love inwards to the being, towards the being, for the being. For without him, we would not be here. We would not have life. How could we not love the being? Our Divine Mother. How could we not love our Divine Mother, who has been with us through countless lifetimes? If we were to think of all the mothers we have ever had in our past lives, our thousands of past lives, our Divine Mother is the embodiment of all of them. Compassionate, loving. Turn the love towards her. Maintain this state, this connection to the being, this love we have for the being, for Divine Mother. Maintain it as we finish this practice. Slowly move your fingers, your toes, and your awareness back to the seat and where you are in your room. We can slowly open up our eyes and maintain the feeling of love that we have for the being.